Hello everyone and welcome to the Phoenix Raceway for the second episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode. Here we're going to be making our second career Arca series start here at Phoenix, where we will have of course a season finale later in the year. Here on number 16 SRI Chevrolet, trying to get a top 35 is the goal for the day. As here we are in qualifying here in the desert in Phoenix. As we know, it's going to be a struggle these first couple of races. We're not going to be running, where we want to. Is our equipment is just not there yet. We haven't unlocked the parts stores. We have not been able to buy the higher level parts for the car yet. We are still at level 1 everything, and we are still slow as a snail as we go around here at Phoenix, heading down to the back straightaway now to turn 3 and 4 here to complete our lap, and we are just making our way through the corner at an extremely slow pace. The car is still a little bit tight on the handling for a 31.07, which is P35 on the dot, right where we need to be. Here in qualifying, if you want to get that top 35 goal, no surprise, William Sawalich on the pole as we get ready to get underway under the lights in Phoenix for race number 2 of the Arca Series season. So we are green and underway here in the desert in Phoenix. William Sawalich leads us to the green at the front. I am back here already losing positions on the start of this race to Alex Quarterly. So they got to try to get up in this top 35, and man, I'm going to fight to get this top 35 because the difference between not getting top 35 and getting top 35 is a slight difference. Every payout, every little point, every payout matters when you're running a single self-car team like we are here. Just really fighting what we can do, try to get these positions. Right now, battling Becca Monopoly. We got, of course, Quarterly right up ahead of us. Now we got Ed Pompa to our inside, Sean Core, and Cletus McFarland behind us. So we get a little bump and run there to Quarterly, trying to get aggressive, trying to get this top 35. Man, I'm fighting. As we had that solid run at Daytona, we know that would not last. And here we are cutting the dog leg once again here on lap number 2 in Phoenix, continuing to try to make passes. But right now, Alex Quarterly has us for 35th, but we drive it in, get in the back of EJ Tamayo, almost sent him spinning. He's able to hang on to it, but right now we are in the top 35. We are where we need to be to meet the sponsor goal, to get that new sponsor on board the race car. Of course, now we send it underneath Steve Lewis and Kyle Steckley in turn 3, getting aggressive here, trying to get every position now up to 33rd. I want to have that insurance. I know I have 0 straightaway speed, but we are really good through the corners. That is our opportunity to really make some time, make some passes. But now we are back behind Quarterly for 35th. Now we send it back underneath him here in turn 3, run Quarterly wide. I mean, this is just a fight here for 35th. We are obviously way off the pace. William Sawalich is absolutely dominating this race right now and is well on his way to victory lane. But right now I am fighting for my life to get this top 35. I am not going to let Quarterly get away. Here we get into him. Contact made. We're fighting for every position now, catching up on the 62 machine of Steve Lewis. Can we make the move? Not quite. We just don't have that straightaway speed. We are just so slow. As we go through the corner here, give a shot right there to the back of Lewis, and around goes the 62, spinning, and we're sideways down the apron. The caution will wave for the first time tonight, and we will now have a 3-lap shootout to end this race here in the Arca Series at Phoenix, and we pit for 4 fresh tires. It's the only play I have to try to get this top 35. We're already in the back of Ed Pompa here in turn 1 and 2, trying to make these passes. There's Cletus McFarland right in front of us in that number 30 machine. As you know, Cletus will be a player through a few different races this season. Let's get to the plate tracks here. So we said it, get a big bump and run to Steve Lewis. Desperation setting in now, coming to 2 to go. And right now, we are just about in the top 35. We are currently scored 35th, 2 to go. But it is still a fight. Can we make it happen? Can we bring home the sponsor goal? We got to do what we got to do here in turn 3 and 4. We're going to slide it up underneath Becca Monopoly, and we are going to make the pass there to get in the 34th position down this back straightaway, closing in on Steve Lewis once again. He and I having tons of run-ins tonight in this race. We send it by him, closing in now on EJ Tamayo for P32. A beautiful lane drive right there to 3 and 4 into P33. White flag, final lap here in Phoenix for William Sawalich, about to get his first win of most likely a lot this season here in the Arca Series. As I am in position to secure the sponsor goal with a 33rd place finish. We will take that all day, closing in on EJ Tamayo one last time, maybe to shot to get a couple more positions here in the 3 and 4 the final time. As they come to start finish line, William Sawalich is going to win here in Phoenix, and we dive bomb turn 3 underneath Tamayo, get by him and the other car, and we are going to come across the line to get P31 and get the sponsor goal in a little bit of dramatic fashion there at the end with some contact, but we make it work. P31 sponsor goal achieved. William Sawalich wins his first of many races this season here in Phoenix over LeVar Scott and Kyle Keller. So we get 348 rep for that race. And now we'll see what the social media says after this one, and I'm sure it's not going to be that great. And indeed, Steve Lewis, EJ Tamayo, and Matt Weaver are not very happy with me after my performance. They're getting into a couple of guys, which is completely understandable. But you know what? I don't care. We gotta do what we gotta do to get the sponsor goal. We gotta do what we gotta do to advance up the ladder in this career mode, and that's what I'm doing. So, just over $3,000 payout here for the race, and the car has taken some pretty significant hits durability-wise. The body is really, really struggling here, but we have unlocked the team HQ, so now I can see achievements, lifetime, finances, you know, the like. But we got to go in the race shop here, and we got to try to make something happen. So first of all, we have a opportunity here, iRacing lobbies or crew chief meeting to get rep or work points. So I'm going to lean towards iRacing lobbies to get the rep. Here, 960 rep for doing iRacing lobbies to help us boost us up closer to getting up to the truck series. And now, of course, new sponsor. We can officially sign our first new sponsor of the career mode, that being Big Fish Barbecue. Going to give me a little bit more money than SRI. So sign the sponsor, and we're going to make the goal, the top 35 finish for the goal. The sponsor incentive here, as we know it's going to be a struggle still, as we still have level 1 parts, so we are still not going to be where we need to be, so we need to have the goal as low as possible. And so now we're going to go to the garage, start fixing up the car, seeing what we can get the level up to here before we head to Bristol. So we need to definitely repair the body for sure. So I'm going to customize the work here on the car. We're going to go to upgrade the body to repair it as much as we can, but we don't want to use too much work points, so we're going to be smart about things here. So we're going to upgrade the engine back to full here using 40 work points. So we're using that, so we get the engine repaired to full. Now we want to do some work, I believe, on the chassis and the body here as well, trying to figure out what I want to get repaired, what I think would be most important at a place like Bristol. So we're thinking getting up to 93% for the body there, possibly. So I'm still debating between what repairs I want to make here, but I decided to get the body up to 93%, and the chassis, we're going to get it up 10 points to about 63%, and that's the best we can do right now with the work points that we have. So we're going to make those little improvements on the car. We're still not 100%, at least the engine is, so we can at least get the speed out of the engine. But here we are at the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway, the third race of our Arca Series career. So far yet to score top 10 in our career. Of course, Sawallich, Butterbean going to be dominant all year long as we get ready to hop in here for qualifying our number 16 Big Fish Barbecue Chevrolet.
Okay, this lap counts, driver.
So you have 2 qualifying laps. You can already tell the car is just slow. It is just plowing, not really getting the turning that I'm needing. And then I made adjustments as well. This is multiple attempts I've made it qualifying. I tried to make the car looser, but then it just spins out. So we just don't have the handling where we need it to be. 17:59 the first time by. See what we can do on lap number 2 here for qualifying at Bristol. Just no pace at the moment. We are just slow and really just going nowhere. So I think this might be one of our races where we struggle, and we really feel that struggle here at Bristol. We come across for a 17:56 or 17:54. It was 34th. So right now we do out-qualified sponsor goal. So now the goal is we got to hold on to that track position. Once again, William Sawallich on the pole for the second week in a row, as we get pre-race ceremonies underway here from the last great Coliseum.
Green, green.
So we're underway here in Bristol from 34th on the outside of Shongkor. Who's going to clear us easily as we come to the start-finish line. You can tell we are already lacking the speed that we really need to succeed here in Bristol. Butterbean and Sawallich will be fighting for the win up at the front of the field. I'm into the wall, already a costly mistake as we get into the door of Kyle Keller in the 71 with that mistake right there. And we're just getting passed left and right. We just have no speed here in Bristol, no handling, and it's just, you know, it just sucks. It's like the worst feeling when you know you just can't go anywhere. The car is just not giving me what I need, so I literally just can't go anywhere. We're just slowly dropping back, already behind the top 35. Here goes Eric Johnson Jr., Cole Raz about to work bias on the inside, and we're just going nowhere. Everybody is just working on biases. I continue to just slip down the order here. Back to 38th place now, and it feels like we're hitting rock bottom right now, as now we're about to lose 39th. So we're down to 39th, and there's only one more position we can lose here to drop down to last place, and we still have 10 more laps in this race as we just have no speed, no handling in the car, in the wall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially down to last place. We have officially hit rock bottom here in our career mode in the Arca Series. We are just slow, and now here we are on the final lap. I have already been lapped. And William Sawalich comes through to win his second race in a row, and we finish dead last in a hugely disappointing effort here tonight in Bristol. Not what we needed it to be. Not what we needed it to be. So dead last, no sponsor goal, no nothing. Just a miserable outing at Bristol. William Sawalich, 2 wins in a row as he starts to really rack him off. I get 312 rep from that race. Brad Smith says he loves seeing me out there on the track. Kyle Keller, a little bit of upset from that contact I made with him. And that's basically how we wrap it up here in Bristol for the Arca Menard Series. So, of course, not much payout, just under $3,500. And obviously, the body going to take some hits, chassis going to take some hits, engine takes some damage, suspension drops down, and the car is really struggling now. Parts-wise, now we've unlocked the Series HQ, so I can check out schedule standings and whatnot. If you see behind that, we have finally unlocked the parts store. Ladies and gentlemen, we can finally upgrade the car. Oh, it's a miracle. Before we go to Rockingham, I'm getting all these level 3 parts. I got the money to do so. I'm getting a level 3 body right off the bat. And we are going to go over, we're going to get that level 3 engine. We need that engine power. Boom, done, installed. Now we're going to go over, upgrade the chassis to level 3. Boom. Now up next we have the suspension, which we're going to upgrade that to level 3 as well. So now we go from level 1 all the way up to level 3, finally getting some good parts. So now we are up to full level 3 parts. So the car will have some more speed in it going to Rockingham. Now I'm going to quickly sell off some of the old level 1 parts, because God knows I'm never using them again. So there we go. We're going to get rid of those level 1 parts here. So we finally upgraded the car level 3, thank God. We needed that, we needed that, we needed that, man. So I'm going to quickly sell these parts, so on and so forth. And then we'll go on to, so now I don't have to repair the car at all because we have fully powered up level 3. So no need to do work on the car, which is great. We can look at a few other things before we head to Rockingham Speedway, which should be very exciting. Of course, that's where we made our Arca Discovery race and impressed there. Maybe we can translate that into a good run here in the NASCAR Arca Menard Series. Now we got to hire a quick new mechanic on the team. So there you go, got a new mechanic. So we got a few more guys working on their cars. We go here to the Rockingham Speedway for the 4th race of our Arca Menard Series career. Once again, Sawalich and Brendan Queen will be favored, as they are pretty much all season long. And on our Big Fish Barbecue Chevrolet, we're trying to get a good run out of this thing and compete for a solid finish with these new parts. Goal is the top 35. Let's see what we can do here in qualifying. Already, when I'm driving this, the car already feels so much better. I feel more speed, more handling, and these level 3 parts definitely making a difference. I feel like I can definitely make some speed around here. Rockingham, a track I'm very confident in. I have a lot of experience here online, offline, whatever it is, and it's just a super fun track to race, especially in this game. So here we are coming across the line for a 25-26. Qualifies as 27th. That is our career best qualifying effort here in the Arca Menard Series. Once again, William Sawalich easily gets the pole. And we get ready to get underway here at the Rockingham Speedway. Pre-race ceremonies underway. And so now we are green and underway here at the Rockingham Speedway for the 4th race of Arca Menard Series career, starting from 27th. Already quickly dropped down to 28th on the restart behind Blake Lothian. But once we get up to speed here in turn 1 and 2, we're going to start really rolling some pace. Now this is where the level 3 parts make a huge difference. Already way ahead of the sponsor goal. Now making quick work to the inside of Blake Lothian, going by him for P27. Now closing in on the likes of David and Brad Smith, both right in front of us here, the 05 and the 48 machine. We're going to go up the middle 3 wide. We're going to make a pass, and we're going to go up into the top 25 here at Rockingham Speedway, passing the Smiths. Now going by our Daytona winner, Takuma Koga, to get in the 24th position. Now working by Rita Goulet, get up in 23rd. Closing in now on Eric Johnson Jr. We are flying through this field, having a very impressive run here today. The best run of our career, obviously, besides that strong P11 at Daytona, where we were up in the mix for the win late in that race. As you're now trying to set up a move here on Eric Johnson and Amber Balkin on the inside lane. Sawalich continuing to dominate up at the front of this field. Closing on the outside. Big run on Amber Balkin. We're going to pull her 3 wide here with Greg Van Alsten, the 35 machine. Going to send it in the corner. Go by Van Alsten. Now set up a move here on the 03 machine of Alex Clubb for 19th position. You'll make that pass. And just like that, we are in the top 20. Really impressing here at Rockingham Speedway. Starting to put our name on the radar for some of these top level teams. Like, hey, I can perform in less than me equipment here, especially at Rockingham Speedway. I can get some good runs out of this car as we get into the wall a little bit there, so it'll allow Club to get back to our inside in turn 3. But I'll just stay patient, keep the outside working. We'll go back around Alex Club for 19th, and closing a huge run on DL Wilson for 18th, 3 wide down the middle. Gonna make that pass on Wilson. Now closing in on good old Cody Dennison for 17th position. We get into the wall a little bit there. It's a slight mistake, allows Club to get back around us for the moment. And now we're continuing to work our way up, going by Club and the 0-3 machine. Now closing in on Cody Dennison's 9 car once again here on lap 6, up into 17th. I mean, a top 15 is very possible. Here today we have a top 15, which would be our second best finish of our entire Arca Menard Series career so far. Really impressive run from us here today. And I just love Rockingham Speedway. Such an awesome track to race as. We're going to send it to the inside of Tanner Reef. That gets up to P16. All we need to do is pass Zachary Tinkle, and we will be in a top 15 position here at Rockingham. And we make the pass. Now we're closing in on Isaac Kitzmiller and Jake Finch. I'm possibly getting a 13th place run here as we get to the inside, 3 wide across the line here. White flag, final lap here at Rockingham in the Arca Menard Series. I'm going to pass Jake Finch for 14th. And now set our sights on Isaac Kitzmiller for 13th here. Either way, going to be the second best run of our entire Arca Menard Series career. Very impressive here at Rockingham, driving all the way up from 27th to finish either 13th or 14th. Going to be a drag race as William Sawalich wins his 3rd race in a row. And we come across the line to finish 13th here at Rockingham. How about that? What a race, what a run from us. That is what we needed. Big momentum booster, big morale booster. This gets the team pointing in the right direction, but William Sawalich the win over Brendan Queen. Sawalich has now won 3 consecutive races. But up next, we know is a huge opportunity, Talladega, as we get 900 rep for this amazing performance, which is very helpful. And then Brian Club gives me some big respect, and I appreciate that. So now, of course, we get a nice payout, almost $6,000. And the points that the car doesn't take too much damage. Now we have some higher level parts, you know. We're only within 73, so we didn't damage the car too much. So we're still in a pretty good spot overall with how the car is looking. So we're going to go in the shop. And so now we have another opportunity to get rep or work points. We decided to help a youth group or do a team bonding activity. I'm going to decide to help out the youth group, get some more rep. As right now, I'm not too much in the necessity of work points to continue to upgrade this car. And now we got to get ready for a new sponsor interest. So now we can sign Dart after Talladega. If we get a top 32 finish, which I mean, it's Talladega, we should be able to do that, especially with our upgraded parts on the race car. We're actually going to upgrade our incentive goal to a top 25 for Big Fish Barbecue here at Talladega. Just hoping we can get some extra money here from getting a good run. Taking on the parts store. Now I can get level 5 parts. Hey now. So now the parts store is really starting to help us out. I'm going to get level 5 engine because you got to get that engine power. That's the #1 thing you got to get when upgrading your car in career mode. So we get the engine power. And with looking at what we got to get here for the chassis, the suspension, figuring out what we're going to do here, I'm going to decide to invest in a level 4 body for the car. Upgrade that. And that's pretty much all we can do. So we have level 4 engine and body. We're going to upgrade, repair the chassis and the suspension here for Talladega up to full. Use those 45 work points. No biggie. Should be not a problem for us here as we still have 135. So we got plenty of work points to use. And so now we're going to get the car fully repaired, ready to go for Talladega. A big opportunity race for us here today. The biggest and baddest track in the land, Talladega. Can we pull this thing off? Look out for, of course, Jake Finch, Lawless Allen, Butterbean, as we get ready to possibly, I'm hoping we can compete for our first career win here today in Talladega as we get ready to qualify in this number 16 Chevy. So here I am at the end of my qualifying lap here at Talladega. We're going to come across the line, and it's going to be a 54.069, puts us 35th in qualifying, so not ideal. But we know it's Talladega. We're going to be in the draft. We're going to be able to make passes. We're going to be able to compete. Here as Jake Finch gets his first pole position of the season. So now here we are. Pre-race ceremony is underway. So get ready to get underway in the General Tire 200 at Talladega Superspeedway. Can we compete for the win? We are underway here in Talladega. Jake Finch leads us to the green flag. We are back here with the 13 of Tanner Reef as I try to work my way up through the field and try to compete for this win. I really want to get after it here. I know this is an opportunity because of the speed that we had at Daytona, being up there in the mix at the end, finishing 11th. I know if we just didn't make some of those mistakes, we could have definitely won that race. So that's why we are getting aggressive right now to really get this track position here at the biggest and baddest track 2.66 miles, full speed in the draft, full send all the way around. To the outside we go, huge run in turn 4. Look at that 4 wide pass on Trevor Huddleston and Kyle Keller. We are flying through the field. And then I try to cut to the inside of Tinkle there and make contact with Blake Lothian, so my apologies to him. Did not mean to just door slam him like that. Now we're going to get a middle 3 wide by Bobby Kinnelly and Tyler Hill. And just out of nowhere, we were easily driving to the top 25, coming up on the outside of Corey Day. The Hendrick Motorsports development driver, of course, Corey Day, going to be full-time Xfinity Series competition in 2026 for Hendrick Motorsports in that program. As you're now closing out on him, you got the 06 machine of Brayton Laster, who's going to block Corey Day, open that gap up in the middle for me to charge through with my momentum. Now going by our Daytona winner of Takuma Koga. Closing on the doctor of Patrick Staropoli. We got a huge push coming from Kinnelly behind. We're going to go 4 wide here to the outside of Brad Smith. I'm trying to get every position here as possible. And you're now working by the 03 of Alex Clubb. Now closing on the 28 of Brendan Queen and the 20 of Wallace Allen. 4 wide for position. Can we make it work here in Talladega? It is an absolute fight, but we get to the outside of Amber Balkan, and just like that, we are charging into the top 10, and a win is very much possible here today in Talladega, going by Cole Raz on the outside. Now right in front of him is our points leader, William Sawalich. He's won the last 3 races in a row, but that time is done. From 3 wide to the outside of him and Robusto. Now going by Andy J. Closing on the back of Kyle Steckley. Big push on the outside lane, and we are competing for the win at Talladega. Is today the day? As we shove Steckley to the lead, and we are through to 2nd position here at Talladega with a shot to get our first career win in the Arca Menard Series. We are going to the outside of Steckley in turn 3 and 4 in front of Kitzmiller as we try to make this move, trying to win this race. It's going to be a fight to the finish. There's Steckley on the inside with LeVar Scott, and then you got myself and Kitzmiller in the middle. He's going to give us a big shove down the front straightaway to the trial ball, and we are in the lead at Talladega. Leading the first lap of our career officially is now. We lead at Talladega. Now coming to the final lap of the race, here comes Isabella Robusto on the outside lane with help from Andy Jankowiak. White flag, final lap at Talladega. In the Arca Menard Series, it's myself and Robusto both fighting for our first career win. Who is it going to be? I got Kitzmiller shoving me from behind. You got Andy J shoving it. Of course, Robusto. You got Cole Raz in the conversation. Amber Balkan up here as well. And we are 3 wide down the back straight. I'm all the way on the bottom, trying not to get myself wrecked on the final lap. We gotta be smart about it. But here comes Kyle Steckley. We get a big push. Jason Kitzmiller is the hero we needed. And we are now 4 wide for the lead at Talladega going into turn 3. And we have the lead. The question is, can we clear Amber Balkan? Yes, we can, but how about on the outside lane? Here comes Cletus McFarland. We throw a block on Cletus. Back down to Kitzmiller. Here comes Amber Balkan up the middle. We'll block there. Block back down to Kitzmiller. To the start-finish line, we are going to win at Talladega. First career win in the Arca Menard Series for myself, and we finally did it. It happens at Talladega. What a finish and what a race. Unbelievable. We get it done, and it's a glorious moment as we are in victory lane for the first time in our Arca Menard Series career here at Talladega, putting ourselves on the map to a lot of Craftsman Truck Series teams. As you see, how about Cletus with a top 5 finish? He almost had me there at the end, but I threw that block. Sawalich back into the top 10. You see everyone else there throughout the rest of the grid, but we get the win, and that is awesome, and that's what matters. We get over 2,000 rep for the dub. That is massive. Hugely helpful to our career trajectory. And then after the race, Takuma Koga showing me some love. Adam Stern showing the support. And for some reason, Kitzmiller was upset. I didn't do anything to him. And then Blake Lothian a little bit upset, which is understandable. I kind of drove into him earlier in the race. But we got our first career win here at Talladega. So we got $42,000. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful payout. That's what we needed, and the body will take some significant wear to a lot of these level 5, level 3, level 4 parts, but it works out in our favor. So we get ready to just wrap up this episode. Quick work to prepare for the next race in Kansas. We're going to sign our new sponsor of Dart on the car, and we're going to make the goal $115 for each top 30 finish. We want to start slow, so I'm not sure what our intermediate speed is going to end up looking like here. We're going to find out when we head to Kansas to begin next episode. So we'll set that up and then quickly make some quick parts upgrades to the car. We're now going to get that level 5 parts as we have the money. We almost 50K in the bank. So we get the level 5 engine, level 5 suspension. load those in, upgrade the chassis to level 5. Boom, got that. And then we're going to upgrade the body to level 5 as well. And so it'll be exactly where we need to be. So we have full level 5 parts across the board. We are set to go. We got our first win. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed and watching, please do subscribe. Completely free. Only takes a couple of seconds. Really appreciate it. And if you want to become a paid channel member like JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley, who I really appreciate their support. It means a ton to me. Helps the channel grow. It's only $5 a month. Link in the description down below. You get shout outs and other exclusive perks if you want to become a channel member. So until next episode of our career mode, I hope you all have a good one.